We all crave that feeling of peace, that sense of calm amidst the chaos. But anxiety? It has a way of hijacking our peace, leaving us feeling trapped in a cycle of worry and fear. And the thing is, we often try to outrun it, to silence it, to pretend it's not there. But what if I told you that the path to peace isn't about erasing anxiety altogether? What if it's about learning to navigate it with courage and compassion? In this video, we're going to unpack 5 powerful steps to help you break free from the anxiety cycle and reclaim your peace. These aren't quick fixes or magic solutions because real transformation, meaningful change, it takes time. It takes showing up for ourselves even when it's hard. So if you're ready to explore a new way of relating to anxiety, to move from a place of fear to a place of courage, then let's dive in together. Before we can even begin to address anxiety, we have to first understand how it operates in our lives. Because anxiety, my friends, it thrives in the shadows. It loves to whisper those what-if scenarios when we're least expecting it. So, step 1 is all about bringing awareness to the cycle of anxiety. It's about recognizing those triggers, those thoughts, those physical sensations that keep us stuck. Think about the last time you felt anxious. What were you doing? Who were you with? What was going through your mind? Maybe your heart started racing, your palms got sweaty, or you felt a knot in your stomach. Maybe your mind went into overdrive, replaying worst-case scenarios. We all experience anxiety differently, but the common thread is that it often shows up in predictable patterns. And when we can start to recognize those patterns, we take away its power. Instead of being controlled by our anxiety, we can start to anticipate it, to understand it, and ultimately to choose a different response. Remember, awareness is the first step towards any kind of change. It's about shining a light on those shadowy corners and saying, I see you, anxiety. I know you're there, but you don't control me. Step 2 might feel counterintuitive. Instead of fighting your anxiety, try accepting and allowing it. Think of anxiety like quicksand. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink. But when you stop fighting and learn to float, you can gradually find solid ground. Here's how to practice acceptance. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment. Say to yourself, this is anxiety and it will pass. Breathe deeply and remind yourself that anxiety is just your body's way of trying to protect you. It's a natural response to stress, even if it feels overwhelming at times. Remember, you are not your anxiety. It's a wave of emotion that will eventually crest and break. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means creating space for change. When we stop resisting our anxiety, we can start to understand it better and find healthier ways to cope. It's like sitting with a friend who's hurting. We don't try to fix them or talk them out of their feelings. We simply offer our presence and support. And that's what we're learning to do with our anxiety, to offer ourselves that same kindness and compassion. It's okay to feel anxious. It's human. What matters is how we choose to respond. Step 3 is all about challenging your anxious thoughts. Your brain might be like an oversensitive smoke detector, sending false alarms. Here's how to question those thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought based on facts or fears? Is there actual evidence to support this worry, or is it just my anxiety talking? Look for evidence that supports or contradicts the thought. Sometimes we need to play detective and gather information to see if our fears are grounded in reality. Replace catastrophic thinking with more balanced perspectives. For example, instead of thinking, I can't handle this, try, I've handled tough situations before and I can do it again. This simple shift can weaken anxiety's grip. When we challenge our thoughts, we start to see that our anxiety doesn't always tell the truth. It's like learning to distinguish between a real threat and a shadow in the dark. Remember, our thoughts have power, but we don't have to believe everything we think. We can choose to focus on thoughts that are helpful and empowering. And as we practice challenging those anxious thoughts, we build a stronger sense of resilience and self-compassion. Step 4 is where real change happens, taking mindful action. Instead of letting anxiety drive your decisions, take small, brave steps forward. Here's how. Start with something manageable, like saying hello to a stranger or attending a social event for just 10 minutes. You don't have to climb Mount Everest on day 1. Practice grounding techniques, like the 5-4-3-2-1 method, to stay present in the moment. This helps to shift our focus away from anxious thoughts and back to our senses. Each time you face a fear while accepting anxiety's presence, you're rewiring your brain's response. It's like building a muscle. Every rep makes you stronger. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear, it's taking action in spite of fear. And every time we choose courage over comfort, we chip away at anxiety's hold on us. It's about proving to ourselves that we are capable, that we are resilient, and that we can handle whatever life throws our way. And as we continue to take mindful action, we build confidence in our ability to navigate life's challenges. The final step is about maintaining your progress and continuing to grow. You might still experience anxiety, and that's normal. The difference is, now you have the tools to work with it rather than against it. Here's how to stay on track. Celebrate small wins, like noticing when you handle a situation better than before. Every victory, no matter how small, deserves to be acknowledged. Reflect on setbacks as opportunities to learn, not failures. Because setbacks are inevitable, but they don't define us. They offer valuable lessons and a chance to grow. Keep practicing the steps we've covered today. Consistency is key when it comes to rewiring our brains and creating lasting change. Remember, progress isn't always linear, but every step forward counts. There will be good days and bad days, but the important thing is to keep moving forward, one step at a time, and know that you are not alone on this journey. There are countless others who have walked this path and found freedom from anxiety's grip. We've covered a lot today, from recognizing the cycle of anxiety to taking mindful action. And I want to remind you that this is a journey, not a destination. There's no finish line to cross, no magic switch to flip. It's about showing up for ourselves each day and choosing courage over comfort. Remember, you are worthy of peace. You are capable of breaking free from anxiety's grip. And you have the strength to create a life filled with joy, connection, and meaning. So take a deep breath, trust yourself, and keep moving forward.
I bet you didn't know there's a natural way to manage anxiety. Meet anxiovita. Occasional anxiety is a normal part of life, but when it becomes persistent, it can really impact your well-being. Introducing anxiovita, a natural health product from Rubimed, formulated to help alleviate symptoms of anxiety. Anxiovita comes in convenient liquid drops, making it easy to incorporate into your daily routine. Anxiovita's unique formulation is designed to potentially help calm your nerves and ease feelings of worry. It may help you manage daily stress, promote relaxation, and regain a sense of calm. If you're struggling with anxiety, Anxiovita might be a helpful addition to your wellness routine. Remember, it's always important to talk to your healthcare professional before starting any new supplement. Anxiovita, natural, safe, holistic.